.0.
This is .0 just for fun. I go through old school metal miniatures for Dungeons and Dragons. These were, advanced Dungeons and Dragons made back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Today I thought I'd go through fighters. Oops. Okay, so this fighter here has been in a lot of my adventures over the years. Looks like we got some kind of strapping going on to the shield here or something. I'm not sure what that is exactly. Obviously an old school hand axe here. This is an old piece. See how dull the blades are? They're durable, but they're definitely older. Yeah, I can't even tell who makes this guy. Yeah, with a cool full helmet, sword down the side. This guy's been in a lot of adventures over the years. So, okay, let's move on to, how about this guy here? Looks like he could have also fit into some of my other classes for these videos. He could have been a knight, obviously, or who knows what. But mostly I've just been trying to separate these out so that I have more manageable size videos. Actually, this guy looks like he would have been good for being an adventurer. Look, he's got his backpack, got a bunch of gear on his back. And maybe he could have. Actually, he's got a cross on the front of his shield. Could have been a Crusader Knight. Yeah, he could have fit in a number of my categories. But today he gets to be just a human fighter. Alright, how about this guy? Also been used a lot over the years with the, obviously the old school metal. These are much heavier pieces too. He's got a mace. Full armored up. I guess he could have been a cleric perhaps too. I don't know. What do we got on the bottom here? 1985 maybe, or 80, I can't really tell. Old school. Oh, he's got actually a little pouch back here. That must have been the mace maybe coming out the that's what it is, I'm guessing, right? Oh no, because he had the mace in the right hand. So some kind of gear popping out the back here behind his shield, huh? Alright, well, like I said, we're just zooming in for fun, and my goal is to kind of go through these pretty quick because I don't want you to be bored. I just want you to see all the detail of a lot of neat old miniatures and just kind of have fun. Okay, a little bit of a different metal here with a giant mace, I guess, or almost like a scepter kind of mace. Now my next video is going to be like evil heroes. This guy could have maybe even fit into that category as well. It's hard to know. Oh, what's going on with his feet? There's something weird going on with the foot maybe. Maybe not, I guess. It just seemed like it was really too long almost for a second there. Okay, how about this next guy? We'll move on to him. Looks like he's some kind of a giant guy, actually. He's kind of big. Maybe this is actually even supposed to be an elf. I think this is. Now that I look close at it, I think that's a big ear. Look how tall he is. This guy's way too tall to be an elf. Must be some kind of a personality or something, like holding his helmet here, showing his face, which actually is really cool. And he's got a wicked cool bow. Oh, no he doesn't. What am I looking at here? I guess that's just a sword down the side. I thought this was a big bow coming down, but it's not actually. Yeah. What are we seeing here? I guess this is all hair coming down. Maybe it's fur or something. He's got a lot going on there. Okay. How about this guy? I guess he could have fit into the barbarians, perhaps, that we've already done. Looks like this one's made by Ral Partha. And, yeah, he could have easily been a barbarian, or maybe some kind of a pit fighter, too. Who knows? But today he gets to be in the fighter category. How about this guy here? Same thing. Looks like he's got pretty good armor. Could have fit into some of the other groupings as well, but need a lot of human fighters to fill out a lot of your adventures as well, He makes that was a Ral Partha. What is this guy? Another Ral Partha. Probably again some kind of a specific personality. What's on his shield? Oh, it looks like just a inlaid kind of like almost like a heart, but a big cape obviously coming down the back here. Alright, let's move on to this guy. I think I actually put this guy in another video, but there was something that I noticed about him. I did this with like my Northland Viking kind of group, mostly because they would have like these furs, and see he's got like a big were rat kind of thing on his head. But what I wanted to note on this, just for fun, was I think I missed that he has these claw feet on the bottom. How kind of cool is that? So anyway, big old kind of pole arm thing here, and so he's a fighter, but he's also something else maybe too. I don't know. Maybe he really is some kind of were creature and should be in a different category as well. I'm not sure. All right, how about this guy? Looks like he could have easily fit into the heroes category. Probably even should have, now that I sit here and look at him. He looks like a hero for sure. Got kind of a scale mail thing going on there, it looks like, and a really cool sword. The shield. Yeah, pretty neat little piece, actually. Yeah, you could easily imagine playing that guy, I think, don't you think? How about a guy here? It looks like he could easily fit into like a pit fighter kind of thing as well. Looks like he's got kind of like those claws, remember, that Conan had in Conan the Barbarian when he's in that pit fighting? Something similar, anyway. Got a lot of armor. Who makes it? Ral Partha. Ral Partha sure made a lot of pieces. Axe across the back. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's see. How about... let's go with this guy. Kind of a different kind of piece. The big old spear here. Hopefully I can straighten that out so that you can see it. Yeah, there we go. Got like the head of a rooster on his helmet here, it looks like. Who makes this thing? Who knows? Can't tell. It's kind of a bummer they just didn't do a better job of labeling them so that later we would know. We've got like a sword coming down the side here. It is kind of a rooster helmet, isn't it? Anyway, pretty cool piece. Alright, let's go with this guy. He may act, now that I sit here and look at this guy may have been in my Heroes video. I had two of them. I'll bet you this guy's been in, he's now in both videos if I had to guess, but it looks like we've got another sword here and a double-handed sword here with a flamberge, a flaming blade, and then a cape coming down the back. Yeah, he's definitely like a human fighter as well. Pretty tall guy, right? Well, let's go with this one next. Almost looking to make sure that's not an elf. Kinda could be. It's hard to know. Maybe I missed a couple of elves that should have been in my elves video. Well, between all these, you'll get to see them all. Go check out the elves when you get a chance. And dwarves and gnomes and everything else that we've got going on. Alright. In fact, this guy, now that I look at him, he could very easily be an elf too, now that I look close. I'll bet you he is an elf and I missed him. Well, that day that I did the elves, yeah, it's gotta be actually. When I did the elves, that was a lot of miniatures, so I guess it doesn't hurt to spread it out a little bit here. Alright, how about this guy? Looks like he is kind of a curious old piece. You know, when you look at this, it actually looks like some kind of a dragon familiar on his head. I'm going to let my camera zoom in on it. See, you got a whole face here. There's his mouth and eyes. And it's like wings here, and this is like a tail wrapping around. See, it's a tail wrapping all the way around. In fact, how far does that thing stretch? All the way around. Oh, maybe that's just his hat. That's his hat coming around. That's not his tail. It's just wings on the top of the hat. And here's the sheath for his sword. That's kind of a neat piece here. Let me zoom out so you can see it here. I was messing with it so much that my camera got all confused. But that's actually just the hat and the wings here. So I'm not sure what this guy is. I don't know if he'd be a bard or I don't even know what he'd be. Today he's a fighter. You know, I just got this piece as part of another group. He's obviously broken, so this will be just a kind of a quick go through. He needs an arm and a sword here. And then this guy could very well be a fighter that would just fit our category for today, but the more I kind of looked at it, he could have possibly been a cleric too, right, with a flail. But yeah, today he's going to be, oh, definitely an adventurer. Ooh, that's kind of cool. See, I always like when they have the packs and the gear and all that they're more about adventuring than, going off to battle. Dungeons and Dragons is, it should always be about adventuring more than anything. And then how about this will be the last guy that I've got for fighters. I added this spear point here on the end. It was something similar originally, but it broke off over the years. Old school metal. This guy's been on a lot of my adventures as well. Little dagger down the front here. Hopefully my camera's doing a good job, you can really see a lot of this detail. That's kind of the fun part, is zooming in on them. What do we got on the back here? We got some kind of a, is that like a demon head thing or something here? I think it kind of is. It's like a horns and a eyes and a, and a sword down the back here. Okay, and then just real quick for fun, I have some of these old school Lord of the Rings pieces. I'll just put them in all at once and kind of finish this out, but I wasn't sure where I was going to fit these in, and I've got them, so you get to see them real fast, and then we'll close this video out. So I don't even know who makes these. Looks like Mithril, probably Gimli here, right? Anyway, different. They kind of have like a gray coat on them of some kind. I'm not even sure quite what to make it. Okay, well with that, we'll end this video on fighters, and be safe until next time.